All right, my biologists. So here's an example of biodiversity. We have several different species living together. So right here is a type of aster. Okay, it's a certain species of flower. There's also some over here. There's some here. And remember, when you have more than one of the same species, you have a population. So in this area, you can see all these. This is a population of aster. Okay, so adding to that, here you have another species. This is a different type of aster. So they're in the same family, but these are purple. Okay, and you've got several different ones, so we would call this a population of a purple aster. Okay, and then next to that, you can see here's another species, and these are great. This is the clusters, the berries from the dogwood tree. So this is a dogwood tree. That's what the berries look like now. Okay, and then next to that, we have another species. This is known as the goldenrod. This is what a lot of people are allergic to. So they have the sneezes and allergies. This is from these. But here you have a population of the species goldenrod. Okay, and all amongst each other, there's your dogwood. Okay, there's your purple asters. Here's your little white asters down here. Okay, so here's another group over here. Goldenrod. And then back up to here, this again is our red osier dogwood. And dogwood, this species of tree, they're usually smaller, but you can always tell they are red osier dogwood because they have these red stems. Okay, so when you see them red stems like that, and if you're lucky enough to see the little white berries on them right here, which a lot of birds eat them, this is your red osier dogwood, and they're starting to change color. Okay, right next to that, we have another species. Notice it's got 5 leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a Virginia creeper, which is a type of vine. A lot of people mistake it for poison ivy, but it is 5 leaves instead of 3. So that's Virginia creeper, and it's a vine which is climbing right up the tree. So I'm walking a little further and I come across this. This is a very large grass. In fact, it's not a native species. It's not from this area. You guys have probably seen these along ditch lines. They got those furry tops. This is actually called Phragmites. Phragmites is commonly known as elephant grass. And they are a non-native species, which means they're not from here. In fact, they're trying to get rid of them because they're bad for our ecosystem here in North America in our temperate deciduous biome. These non-native species are wreaking havoc and doing bad things. So we're trying to get rid of them, but this elephant grass, also known more specifically as Phragmites, is super sharp. So nothing can eat it. Yeah, even the stem is really sharp. If I were to run my hand down it this way, I would probably cut it. And you can see that it's just loaded with seeds. And that's why we're having a hard time getting rid of them, because not anything will eat it. And it's sharp. And the seeds, there's thousands of them in each head or flower, and they're totally taking over our wetlands here. So there's another population of Phragmites. Okay, so then we'll go back and notice our biodiversity. You have the white aster, okay? You have the purple aster, different species. You have the goldenrod. Whoa, that's a beautiful one. Okay, over here, you've got the red osier dogwood. Okay, and you can see they get pretty big. All those little white berries are being picked off by the birds. They love them. See, that one's bare, and that one's there. Okay, so we have quite an interesting group of plants. And this would say that this is pretty biodiverse, and it's a good quality ecosystem. Over here, you have another tree, a different species, and this is actually a serviceberry tree. You can see the leaves are very unique. Okay, and then this one actually has these berries on it, which are blue. This is called a serviceberry. These are great for birds. Birds just love them. Good feeder tree to have around for the animals, especially in the winter when it starts to get really cold. They will feed on these berries all winter long. So serviceberry tree right here. So lots of different species for you to think about in this North American temperate deciduous biome, and lots of populations of different species. Okay, so remember those words: